Hello everyone. So this is Be the Truth. And so today my video is going to be slightly different from what I normally do. But I have to be honest, my videos are probably going to be all over the place. Whatever topics come to my mind, that is what I'm going to get on here and share. And if you like it, you like it. And if you don't have to watch. So this is going out to the well-endowed men. And if you don't know what that means, then probably you don't need to be watching this video. Anyhow, you gentlemen that are well endowed, there is an art to using that joker. You understand me? And if you do not use it properly, to me, it could be deemed as unauthorized use of a deadly weapon. Do you not know that if you don't use that thing properly, that shit hurts? There is nothing pleasurable or enjoyable about that type of pain. I'm speaking for myself and probably thousands of other women. So not every female is stretched to the max, have loose hanging walls, and can take anything. Some of us have been cautious about the way we stepped out here in these streets, and it shows when you interact with us on a personal or a sexual level. So whenever you go to enter a female and you see that it takes you a little working to actually get in there, please don't rush. Don't get in there moving around all recklessly and stuff. That hurts. Please, please, and thank you. My next tip is, I understand this new age generation is making everyone believe that oral sex is for everyone that you come across. And raw dogging, going unprotected, is for everyone that you come across. Those are no-goes. I don't know when all this become popular and cool, but don't do it. Males and females, if you meet somebody, get to know them, be engaged in a relationship, truly know who and what you are dealing with before you decide to do anything oral with anyone. Because here's a secret. You can be careless and have a slip up in your private areas, and to me that's called a private lesson that you learn, you treat, and you get over. You don't beat yourself up over it, but you learn that lesson not to repeat the same thing. Now, if you learn that lesson orally, that is for the whole world to see. I don't know about anybody else, but my pride is still intact and that shit is high. And I would hate to walk around with signs of misuse of my body on public display for everyone to see. To me, that is just embarrassing. Men and women. Guys, did you not know that there are some things that you guys can transfer to a female that males don't have symptoms of? And the reason being is because your organ is outward. It does not enter your body. It is outward. So therefore, if you don't properly cleanse yourself, keep on clean underclothes, and keep up a good hygiene, you can transfer and pass that shit off to females. And it'll take a clean female, you understand, to recognize when they came across a quote unquote, please excuse my French, a dirty dick. That does not always mean you have an STD. That can also mean that you carry bacteria. Bacteria may take a day, or two, or three to grow, but it shows evidence within that female if she didn't already have the issue to begin with. Now, I ain't trying to hurt nobody's feelings or none of this. This is just a tad bit of education that I think is being lost somewhere. I'm sitting around and I hear these stories, and you know, the first story is something that I have encountered myself, and I'm gonna tell you that was some painful shit, and I did not enjoy it, not at all, not at all. So these are lessons that I choose to pass on to others. So hopefully you males will learn how to keep your hygiene intact. That bathing and shit every day is very important. The changing your drawers and shit every day, that's very important. And before you go to interact with anyone on a sexual level, jump your ass in the shower. Wash yourself, clean yourself. And I suggest that the person that you're about to interact with do the same. So at least you know that they're clean. Before you do anything, touch and feel around there. A male or a female should not just be overly wet and dripping nothing at no given reason, not unless you guys have been engaging in foreplay. And then that's a whole different story. But then know what you're coming across. Run your hands through there. Don't be ashamed. If you're going to put your mouth down there, don't be ashamed to run your hands down there and find out. Normal wetness from a female is not going to be sticky. It's not going to hold a strong odor. It's not going to cake up on your hands and none of that. Those are signs to exit stage left immediately. Females, before you go down on this man, run your fingers across the head of that bad boy. If that mug is overly wet and you ain't busted a move or done anything to get him too excited, you better stop and pay attention, boss. If there's a whole lot of something coming from that head, you better rub your finger over there and rub your fingers together. If that bitch get to sticking together, if your fingers get to sticking together, there may be an issue. That may be something that you don't want to engage in right now. It is 2022. We are a couple of weeks from 2023. We've got to tighten up out here in these streets. This is real talk. We're too old to be walking around, leaking, dripping, smelling, not knowing how to properly, get down and, and engage in an adult activity properly. Like at some point, when do you not try to learn the lesson and do something different? I feel like an outsider in this world. And then when you bring into these issues to people, everyone tends to get offended. I don't care about you being offended. You better not give me nothing. It's going to be a problem, a real life problem. And I'm going to let you know about it. So that is going to be the end of this story, this conversation for the day. I know it's completely different from what I normally get on here talking about, but I promise you my videos are going to start being very sporadic and very different. Just whatever comes to my mind, I'm going to start sharing because I'm tired of talking to myself. All right, you guys, for anyone who took the time to watch this video, I greatly appreciate you. Thank you and have a blessed day.